I am Squadron Leader Patrick Kuu-Ire. I am from Ghana. I am the Deputy Director Air Operations in charge of Air Traffic Control. The Association of African Air Forces is a coalition of all air forces within Africa, or the air components of the armed forces of Africa. So it's an association that brings together the air chiefs for coordination and collaboration. It is meant to ensure smooth operations within the African continent for all air forces. And it's also to build partnership, learn from each other, and help build capacity for other air forces. That's basically what we do. The liaison officer is the link between the association and the air chief. So the liaison officer basically comes for the working group meetings, reports the decisions of the working group meetings to his air chief, and helps his air chief in making decisions. So whatever decision is made at the working group level, and when you go back to your air chief, it helps him put that into his policy or his vision. So you basically coordinate, serve as a link between your air chief and the association. You also have the opportunity to meet other liaison officers, and at that level, you start the coordination at that level, basic level between officers. You build friendship, and some difficult jobs are normally done at this level because of the level of friendship and coordination we have at the liaison officers working group level. Within Africa, we have different doctrines and different principles. It is at this level that we come to smoothing. We all come together, everybody comes with a specific policy or a specific doctrine. And it's at the working group level that we are able to merge and come to a consensus or have a common ground as to how we should, as an Air Force, we should coordinate with each other. So it is a forum to build principles, smoothing out rough edges for coordination. So basically, all we do is to ensure whatever activity that's decided on is achievable, so that we do coordination at this level to ensure smooth operation, coordination and interaction between the air forces. Additionally, the working group comes to set the tone for the Air Chief Symposium. At every Air Chief Symposium, the liaison officers working group are given responsibilities. So we come here to actualize those responsibilities and set the agenda and tone for the next Air Chief Symposium. So after we are done here, you go back home, you tell your Air Chief, then at the next Air Chief Symposium, these are the topics you are going to discuss to ensure that he prepares and goes there so that they can have a very informed and rich discussion. Additionally, it enables the Air Forces of Africa to coordinate and cooperate with the U.S. Air Force in areas of interest. We train together. Aside training, there are a lot of operations. The U.S. Air Force is dotted around Africa. So once we understand the way the U.S. operates, the U.S. Air Force operates, we are able to provide them the support they need. So it's also a form of learning from the U.S. and the U.S. also learning from us. So that our culture and the culture of the U.S. Air Force at least does not affect how we relate to each other. So it's a very important session in getting African Air Forces to work together. The African Air Forces and the U.S. Air Force to work together. So it's just not only for the African Air Forces, but also for the U.S. Air Force. Because whatever we do, it is also to build our capacity and to build the capacity of the U.S. at operating within Africa.